Hi. How is everybody? I feel like we don't talk a lot anymore, just one on one. I'm just curious. How are you guys? Guys okay? I'm glad we're okay. I'm glad. Anyway, I want to talk about my little retro corner as I call it, just in my house that I have here. I call it a retro corner even though as you can clearly see this is not a retro TV in the slightest. This is actually a regular, TV like hang it up in your bedroom or something. Just run a small TV in the corner. You can do that. Uh, I'm sure it does have HDMI. I don't use any HDMI things on here though. I have the big TV for that. So over here I had this spare TV, as my parents did, and I don't know, just kind of all worked out for this little retro corner. We have two systems hooked up here. We obviously have a GameCube, but inside this camera we also have an NES, and then I used to have a VHS player that I probably should have gotten out for this recording, but I didn't. It's in the closet. I do have one. Uh, I thought about, what would be kind of cool is if I got it back out and set it up. That might be kind of cool. We'll do that at the end of the video. I'll stop it somewhere and we'll test the VHS player, see if it still works. I honestly don't know, but it was kind of like crowding up this space. It would sit on like below the TV, and it just like didn't look good at the very end. Like at the end of the day, I look very short in the video. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, obviously we have a GameCube hooked up. It's turned on just as a little aesthetic thing. We could reset it and probably show you the iconic intro. Here's the cabinet here. Has two shelves basically. Well, there's one shelf here. Uh, right here. I look very short. This is the lowest the camera could go. So maybe later we'll do like. Hang on. Maybe later we'll do like this camera to kind of show you a better look. The lighting's not as good on this camera, but we have the option. I just thought this camera looked just a little bit nicer, but that's just me. Anyway, I can get too low here. I look really short in this video. So, okay. But yeah, obviously we have a GameCube here. Let's see. Will it give us the startup? Yes! I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but yes, we do have the iconic GameCube there. It's all hooked up through AV. There is AV on this TV. I do want eventually to get two things for this space besides like another system and games and controllers and stuff. I do want to get first things first, a GameCube memory card. I do not have one, which is unfortunate because I do have some pretty good GameCube games I would like to save. And the other thing is an AV to HDMI converter, so I could play on like the big TV, or just if I want to make GameCube videos, I can do that through an HDMI converter. It'd be kind of hard to do. I don't know how I'd go about doing that, considering my desk is over there, the TV is over there. I have it hooked up through some wires through the wall, but that would be kind of hard to do because the GameCube controller is wired. But we'll figure that out when it comes to it. I don't have any of those things right now, so I could not do that. But yeah, it's all AV. So is the NES here. That's AV. And yeah, I don't have like a switcher. I think I literally just have some wires here just sitting there. These are the NES wires, and then the GameCube wires are hooked up right here. Back here, you can see them. So yeah, I just switch them out whenever I want to play a different console. It's usually GameCube's hooked up because that's the one I play. It's the more modern one. It's the one I'm gonna play more because I spent more money on the system. The NES was my dad's. We just kept around. So that's pretty cool to have. If I'm gonna play NES, I need to renew my Switch Online subscription. Haven't done that yet. Probably need to get to that. I usually just play them on there, but it's also really cool to have like the novelty of playing them on an actual NES. There is Mario 3 in there, which is my favorite NES game, one of the best games of all time. So yeah, let's go through kind of what we have here. So obviously the GameCube I bought myself for like $80. I think it came with this, the control, the wires, the power supply, and then it came with a black controller here. The seller was kind of sketchy. Then we had to fix up the GameCube. It didn't work very well. And I don't know why it didn't come with a purple controller. It came with a black one. The controller's fine. There's some like wear and tear on the controller. The sticks aren't the cleanest, and they don't look the best. Like you can kind of see them shaking around there. But it works. It works for what it is. I would like to get another controller just for I have two of them. Maybe get a better one, but that's in the future. Excuse me. So yeah, I bought that. It came with Lord of the Rings: Two Towers loose, unfortunately. And I do hate to do this, but I do have a stack of disc-only games right here. I don't have a case for them. I don't know where to put them. They're fine sitting there. If it gets to the point where they are getting scratched up just sitting there, I will have to find a solution. Take some DVD cases or something. I don't know. But yeah, we can go through these real quick. So this is the game it came with, Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. This game is scratched to heck and back. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can kind of see my filming setup there that I've finagled for this. It is bad. Like, we can put it in the console, and it will tell me that it will recognize that it is a game. And I will show you that it will boot up just fine. Just got to get the controller here. Yes, it will. It will boot up. It will show that I am playing Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers right here. But watch what happens. We get in. Continue without saving. I don't have a memory card. We go through here. GameCube stops spinning, and then the game cannot be read. So, yeah, it is kind of it's kind of a bummer. But you do what you got to do. Let's see that intro again. Awesome. So yeah. The other discs I have 3 more, just discs only. We have NCAA football 2003. It was like less than $5, maybe at the game store. My dad bought it. Kind of cool. I got Spider-Man 2. I'd love to have the case for this one. I bought this the first day I bought my GameCube. And I was just in like GameCube frenzy, so I was like, Spider-Man 2, I love that movie. Let's get the game. It's like $10, disc only. Yeah, that was stupid. From now on, if I'm buying GameCube games, like I'll look through the disc only section at the game store, but like I'm buying the case. And if I don't buy the case, I'll go on eBay and get the case for the same price. Yeah, the prices at that store aren't the best, but you know what? It's the place to get games. And then finally, we have Strike Force Bowling, which I actually kind of like. I like this game. The controls are kind of jank, but like it's fun for like a bowling round. I'll play a bowling round and think, oh, that was okay. That was pretty okay. So there's that. So those are my disc only games. I do keep them. How do I keep them? Like this. No, like this. I keep them like this, just so I can put them down like this, so they aren't scratching the bottoms there. So I usually keep them in that order, like Strike Force Bowling goes on top, then Spider-Man 2, and then games that work. I usually play Strike Force Bowling the most, so that goes on top. So there's those right there. We have a couple of wires back there. There's an NES controller plugged in, I guess, back here. We have some, yeah. So here is an official NES controller. We have a couple that aren't official. I'm actually going to take this out and wrap it up real quick. One-handed, hopefully. And we'll just kind of talk about the NES. I have grown up with the NES. That is the console that I played a lot as a kid before I had like a Switch. We had a NES and a Wii. I was never too good at the Wii. So that was kind of my only option, was to play. I'm going to try and do this down here so I can still talk. Yeah, my only option was really to play the NES. I was never good at the Wii. When I got good at the Wii, it stopped working, so we had to sell it. So that was very unfortunate. There we go. I'm sorry if that made anyone feel uncomfortable, me talking so close to the microphone. But yeah, of course, GameCube controller here, very satisfying. Got the clickiness to it over here. I like this click a lot more. That clicks better. And yeah, of course it works. What is the date on here? Okay, that makes sense. I did just set it the other day. I think today's the 14th. So yeah, it's behind. I don't have my GameCube hooked up to real lifetime anymore. It's 10:47 when I'm recording this. It's 9:55 in GameCube world. So yeah. Yeah, we also have some game holders back here, just NES game sleeves. Then we have some other wires and such, coaxial cable for, if I ever want to play like that for some reason. I don't know. I've never used that. I genuinely could not tell you how it works. So that's about it up here. Of course, NES still works. It's Mario 3. Turns on. Sometimes works. Yeah, it's on right now. I don't want to get up and switch around the cables, but it does work. I guarantee you it works. So next, I guess we can switch over to this camera just to kind of get, more a better look down here. I look very bad today. I got sunburnt and it looks bad. So just bear with me. I'm trying to do my best. That looks better. There. Now you can see less of me. Okay. Over here, you might have saw earlier, we do have a power pad. With that, we do have world-class track meet over here. We can go through kind of my NES games, slide them out. I won't get them all out. I'll just kind of read them out just to value your time, I guess. We have, world-class track meet, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Mario Bros. 2, Captain Skyhawk, Gyromite, Skate or Die, Max, I don't know. Rad Racer, World Games, Excitebike, football, Mickey Mouse Capade, Top Gun, Second Mission, Black Bass, Elevator Action, Exodus, TMNT, Manhattan Project, RBI Baseball, and Tetris. So great, some great titles here, and of course Mario 3's in there. We'll kind of get other things out. This is the same official NES controller, and then we have kind of a knockoff. Still works, still fine. I think we have some more in another room, maybe 2 more. So we have them. And then of course we have a VHS collection. But first we can go through my 6 inbox GameCube games. These might be in alphabetical order. I don't really know. Just bear with me here. These first 2 I bought yesterday, so these are kind of new. We can open this camera to show you. We have Burnout. Burnout is actually a really fun game. I've greatly enjoyed playing Burnout. Just a fun racing sim. Like, it's just really good. This one's complete. No, maybe there's a manual behind there, but we do have, a heavy copy, so I'm happy about that. Next up is probably the best game in my collection. I have barely played it because I got it yesterday. I bought Metroid Prime. Now, with that, it was like $20. I was like, that's a good looking game. It looks good. It's got no manual, which I'm not gonna hopefully not resell it anytime soon, so I don't need a manual for it. I want a good looking copy on the shelf with the game. Game works. I'm happy. This one I'm kind of disappointed I bought. I bought Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003. I'm just gonna turn this camera back on because I can show you guys better. Yeah, I bought Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003 because I thought, I like golfing games. I think those can be fun. I don't like doing it in real life because I can't get my backswing out that much. But, I do have it. The only problem is, as you can see, this is not a real GameCube case. More like a PS2 case. So, it looks good on a shelf, but not actually looking at the disc. I've barely played this one. The disc looks good. I mean, it is it's a game. It has a case. I'm glad it has one. I'm glad it looks the same on the shelf, but that's kind of annoying. So, we have a player's choice copy of The Incredibles, which is it's an okay game. I think if I grew up with it, like a lot of people, other people did, I would have liked it a lot more. But this one is not manual, just disc only. It's okay. But it's a fine game. Next up is a game I actually was shocked to say I like. I'm very surprised I like this one. It's actually a good game. Is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Now, I like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I like the movie. I think it's 3rd best, 4th maybe. I don't know where I put it, but it's an underrated one. So, fun the game, $10 store, and it's actually a pretty fun time for what I. Yeah, and I like how on the back, I do have a manual for this one. I like how on the back it says 1 to 3 players. That's just an odd number. I know it's Harry, Ron, Hermione. It's just kind of weird. I've never seen a 1 to 3 player exclusive game, so that's kind of cool. And finally, we have Top Gun Combat Zones, which is actually... I haven't played too much of Burnout or Metroid Prime yet to say that this is my favorite. Burnout might take it, actually. But I really do like this game. This is just a fun one. It doesn't look the best, but I like Top Gun. I like being in Top Gun, so those are kind of cool to have there. All right, next we can go through my VHS. Then we'll try and set up the player, see if that still works. So that'd be a pretty cool, nostalgia trip to take, and then we'll wrap up. So here in the front, I got from my grandparents' house. Whenever I come over, they're like, "Do you want to take any DVDs with you? Any VHS?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take whatever." Why am I talking like that? That's weird. But yeah. So we can go through. This is making me uncomfortable. I want it to like wrap around my hand. There we go. Kind of like. I don't want to mute it, so I gotta hold it in a way that's like. This is the mute button. The very. If you don't know what I said inconveniently placed mute button here, so I can't really grab it in a comfortable way. Thanks. Sure. Thanks a lot. But anyway, I have the special edition of the Star Wars original trilogy. This was like an earlier release of them. I know they were released on DVD like 2004. These are the VHS versions. Yeah, I watched these like at my grandparents' house. Not for the first time, but I would like, if I weren't. Whoa. That was the box. If we weren't doing anything, I'd go downstairs, like pop in a VHS. Their VHS player still works, so hopefully, maybe I can scoop that one up soon. That sounded really wrong. I'm sorry. But I would watch VHS, and Star Wars is one of the best. This is one of the best movie trilogies of all time. Like probably top 5 for sure. Top 5 for sure. Oh yeah. So just pop in, the original. I think the original Star Wars is easy to go back to. I feel like every time I think about rewatching Empire, it's like I don't know if I really want to sit through that again. Like it's probably the best out of these 3, but the first one's easy to go back to. Next up, we have some like blank tapes. I think like here's a copy of Back to the Future 2 that my dad like recorded off TV. I'm not gonna go through all these. These aren't interesting enough for me to go through. I spilled them all. I think I just wanted some blank tapes. My grandparents had some or I guess we had some. My family had some. So we were like, just put them in the cabinet with the rest of the tapes. They don't crowd up anything. So there are those. And the rest of these I mainly bought. There's only a couple I, acquired just from, gouging. Most of the ones I've acquired from my grandparents are in my room. They're the clamshells. The big Disney kids movies. So we can go through them here. I almost had enough for them to fit perfectly. Like this row right here fits literally perfectly. Like if this one right here was not like it might be it's about the same width. It fits perfectly. Like, but then I got one more. We have Star Wars: Phantom Menace. I have 4 out of the. Did the other 2 really? I think Attack of the Clones had to release on VHS, right? Friend of the Sith might have been too late. It might have been, but I do have Phantom Menace. It's cool. These are not in alphabetical order by any means. We have the original X-Men from 2000. It's an okay movie. I've grown more on it ever since I first saw it. I did not like it as much as I first saw it, but now I kind of think like it's okay. It's an okay movie. I keep it stored like this instead of like this because I don't like the price tag on it. It's like if I'm going to show someone my collection, if I ever bring a girl home and she's like, "Do you have any VHS?" And I'm like, "Boom, do I have any VHS?" Yeah. It's right here. Look at the VHS tapes I have. I don't have a girlfriend. Oh, I guess I do have price tags on a lot of these. Okay, whatever. Batman Forever, which is my favorite out of the 4 original. I asked Tim Burton. Tim Burton worked on this one. Yeah, produced by him. He didn't direct it though. Yeah, the original like Tim Burton 90s. I said that wrong. Weird. 90s movies. This is my favorite. I mean, it's got Jim Carrey, so of course it is. So I don't know why I keep this one. I guess I should swap this one around. There we go. That one's not gonna make me mad as much anymore, so I'm glad. Next up is a movie I rewatched yesterday. R.I.P. Sam Neill. We have Jurassic Park. I'm sure this one, like just a few people looking at it, this one brings them back because I feel like this is like the VHS cover. It's beautiful, and this is just like, just look at that back. That's beautiful. This is a beautiful movie, and it's just one of my favorites, man. Like even just rewatching it, sometimes I think like, is it really like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece? Like, is everything really like, does the stars really align for that one? It's like, yes, it did. It's peak. It's literally peak. It's almost perfect. It's amazing. Next up, we kind of have something, pretty cool. We have the 50th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz on VHS. It comes with a little book here in the front. There you go. You can kind of see it flips through, and then the VHS. The Wizard of Oz is not my favorite, old movie. But this one's kind of cool to have. Might be rare someday. Next up is like one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Maybe like my dad really likes this one, and then he showed it to me when I was younger, and I rewatched it for the first time 2 years ago, maybe, or not for the first time, but like rewatched it. It's The Great Outdoors, which is a very underrated movie. I love this movie. I think it's hilarious. I think they're both given great. Dan Aykroyd, John Candy giving great performances. And it's just a funny one, man. Shout out to Travis. Travis owned this one before me. Shout out if you're watching, Travis. I have your VHS. You're probably like 50, but I do have your Great Outdoors VHS. We clearly share similar, traits. We both like stupid movies, so hit me up. We'll start a podcast together about the Great Outdoors. So, it'd be really funny if Travis actually hits me up. So, shout out. We probably live near each other, considering I found that at the local retro media store. So, I have some Googling to do after this. All right, next up, I do not have Raiders, but I do have Temple of Doom. I think all these were like 99 cents, so that's why I have this one. Not my favorite Indiana Jones movie, but still a great one, or not great. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable and interesting enough. And here's the peak one. I do have Last Crusade, and I love Last Crusade. Yeah, great movie. One of the greatest movies of all time. Probably, is it the best movie I have on VHS? Maybe. Might be the best movie I have on VHS. This is one of my favorites. All-time favorites. Last Crusade is great. I love Last Crusade. Next up, we have a sealed Operation Dumbo Drop, which I have seen. And I bought this because it was also 99 cents, I believe. Maybe. I don't know the price tag on it. I think it was 99 cents. I was like, it's sealed. Might go for something someday. If I'm gonna sell anything in my collection, it's gonna be the VHS tapes. So if they get rare, sure. Here's a movie I probably should have. I planned on watching on VHS, but I realized we had the DVD for it. Is the original Ocean's 11 from the 1960? Yeah. I think we have like a Blockbuster DVD of it. So this is the one my dad says he really likes more than the George Clooney one. So I guess sometime I will get around to watching Ocean's 11, the original. I don't know why I have it on VHS. Kind of a waste of money there, but I think it was only $1. So next up, this one's sealed as well. We have a sealed Mrs. Doubtfire, winner of 2 Golden Globes. Awesome. Yeah, not opening this one. Have it on DVD, but that's kind of cool to have. These next two I did get from my other grandparents' house. A very mutilated copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a classic movie. I remember watching this one with my dad. Not on VHS, but that's a good movie. And then finally, another very mutilated copy. What did my mom do as a kid? Of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Look at that. Look at that. That's, yeah. But I watched this one at their house once to see Tummy Trouble. I was interested. I didn't know how the short film worked and on VHS. Did they play it before? Did they play it after? I didn't know. So I was interested in checking that out. So let me get these games back up there. And let's get the VHS player and see if it still works. So let's do that. All right, I think I got it all set up for the most part. It is showing that. So I'd say we pop in a little Indiana Jones here. If I look short, it's because I had to raise the camera up so you guys can see the TV better. So here we go. Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. Let's see what happens if we put this in. Now the problem I originally had, I think it's gonna go. The problem I originally had with this player is because I couldn't rewind it. It wouldn't let me rewind. Okay, look, we got I probably shouldn't show this scene because it had a bad symbol that I probably should not show on the internet. Hang on. I did not think that would show up first. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo! We gotta calm down. Okay. I'm okay. You know what? I have a better idea of what we can watch on this thing instead. Okay, there we go. I wanted to rewind it back to when he says schmoes, and then I saw that the credits were up, and I was like, I'm never gonna get this video done if I have to rewind the entire 90-minute Toy Story 2. So I thought we'd watch some bloopers from Toy Story 2. And a plastic steak? Anyway. All right. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this little retrospective of my little retro corner. Sometime soon, I'm gonna go through my whole setup and just kind of give a little tour of that. But that'll be another day, hopefully in the future. But so with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna enjoy some more VHS here, because I forgot this thing works. So I'll see you guys next time.